Being a successful leader doesn't mean that you don't have any problems. Rather, it means that you know how to solve your problems effectively as they arise. In this video, I will share with you about 7 steps in how to effectively solve your problems in your workspace and your business and with your team members and everyone around you. So please follow up my video till the end to know more about these tips. What are the things like when they are the way we want them to be? This question helps you find the standard against which we are going to measure where we are now. If things were going the way we want them to do, what does that look like? If this person were doing the job we want him or her to do, what would they be doing? And then ask this important question: how much variation from the norm is tolerable? There is lies the problem. From an engineering perspective, you might have very little tolerance. From a behavioral perspective, you might have more tolerance. You might say it's okay with me when this person doesn't do it. Say, because I am okay with them taking some liberty with them. Some other issues you may need 100% compliance. What stage is this problem? This helps you identify the urgency of the problem, and there are generally 3 stages. The emergent stage is where the problem is just beginning to happen. It doesn't cause any immediate threat to the way business operates every day. It is just beginning to happen, and you have time on your side to be able to correct it without it causing much damage to the process it is affecting. The mature stage is where the problem is causing more than just minor damage. Some amount of the damage has been done and you need to jump on it immediately to fix it before it becomes a problem, where the consequences may be greater, deeper, and more expensive if we don't solve this problem fast. The 3rd stage is the crisis stage, when the problem is so serious it must be corrected immediately. At this stage, real damage has been done to company processes, reputation, finance, etc. that will happen, potentially long-term effects on your ability to do business. We should be able to describe a problem by writing it in the form of a statement, and you should do it in 12 words or less, assuming it is not a complicated scientific problem. This you may have clarity exactly what the issue is. Then perhaps try distributed it to your team to ensure they agree that this is the root of the problem, that it makes sense, and everyone that is working toward the solution is working towards the same goal. The most important question of all when describing your problem is your premises correct? Let me give you an example of what I mean. We will all have heard or read the story of engineers take an old half empty and half full question. A speaker holds up the glass of water and asks if the glass is full or half full. Discussion within the group initiates, and you will generally expect some sort of lesson in optimism. Extra from it is the version an engineer it is the room and answers, I see the glass of the water as being twice the size it needs to be. You see, sometimes when you are the one in charge of the problem, you tend to set the premise of the promise from your perspective, but that premise may not be accurate, or it may just need an alternative perspective from which to see. If your premise is not correct, or at least incomplete, you are not fully understanding the problem and considering all the best options for a solution. Look for the root cause. This step involves answering a lot of questions. Ask questions like: what caused the problem? Who is responsible for this problem? When did this problem first emerge? Why did this happen? How did this variance from the start come to be? Where does it hurt us the most? How do we go about resolving this problem? Also, ask the most important question: can we solve this problem for good so it will never occur again? Because an important aspect to leadership is coming up with a solution that people can use for a long-term benefit, rather than having to deal with the same problems over and over again. Develop an alternative solution. Just about any problem you have to deal with as many solutions to it than the one that you think of first. So it is best to develop a list of alternative solutions that you and your team can access and decide which one will be the best for the particular problem. I often use the 1/3 + 1 rule to correct consensus around one or the top 2 or 3 solutions that will be best for everyone involved. Then rank these solutions beside efficiency, cost, long-term value, what resources you have, and that you can commit to the solution of the problem. Then look at every one of those solutions carefully and decide what you believe to be the best solution to this problem at this time. Implementing the solution you decide on can include creating an implementation plan. It could also include planning on what happens next if something goes wrong with the solution. If it doesn't work out the way you thought it would. Implementation means that everyone on your team knows and understands their part in making the solution work. But there are timelines for execution, and also that you have a system in place to track whether or not the solution has corrected the problem. Measure the results from your implementation plan in step 6. Make sure you track and measure the results so you can answer questions such as: did it work? What this is good solution? Did we learn something here in the implementation that we could apply to other potential problems? These simple 7 steps will help you become a more efficient, effective problem solver in your organization. I hope you like my video. Please subscribe my channel and press bell button to receive more videos. Thank you.